Hey folks, today's interview question has to do with networking. Why is networking important in our roles or during the interview? And networking is fundamental to understanding problems that might happen in staging and production. It is often that one piece or one of the couple of pieces that the developers really rely on DevOps engineers or SREs to troubleshoot and figure out what's wrong, right? They may not have the capabilities to do it themselves. Before I start though, please subscribe to my channel. When I see subscribers, that means people are actually getting some help from these videos, and that motivates me to do more videos. Okay, so now that we've talked about why networking is important, let's go to the question. The question today is, how will you troubleshoot a situation where a service running on a server is unreachable from other machines in the network? So I'm going to give you a little really crappy diagram here. So you have server A, could be a container, it could be a virtual machine, and this is server B. So just to give you the context of the question, this is A. And there's supposed to be a service running on this machine. And let's just call this guy service B. And it is trying some process, right? Let's just say process P is trying to get to this service to do whatever. And it can't. That's the problem, right? How would you go about troubleshooting this problem, right? So one way to think about this is the OSI layers. If you don't know what the OSI layers are, you should really look it up. You should spend maybe half an hour understanding the concepts, because this will come in very handy when troubleshooting networking problems. But here's the thing. So let's see what the answers are. Then I will explain each step step by step. So first, is it even running on the box? So you go down. So what I didn't say in the question is you have access. This is you, a smiley face. You have access to both these machines, and you're trying to figure out why machine B can get to the service on machine A. So you go down to this box. Is it running? Maybe it died. Maybe it zombied out, or maybe it's not responding. Whatever, right? If it's not running, it can't get to it. So that's step number one. What's next? Check the firewall settings. So let's say that this machine, you see that it's running. It's running. So is there a firewall in between these two machines that is blocking this request that you're sending from here to here, right? So for that, you would, oh, I forgot to mention, to see if it's running or not on the first box, you could use something like PS and netstat to see if it's PS. You run PS to see if everything is running. You run netstat to see it's actually listening on that port that you and this is where the OSI models come in. It's actually listening on that port that you think is listening on, right? So for example, if it's an HTTP server, you'll be running on port 80 or 443, pretty basic stuff. Now you could look on machine A, look for the command IP tables or firewall CMD to figure out if that port is actually reachable or allowed to reach from that other machine that you're talking about, right? Now, if all those are working, right, all those are okay, now we're getting to, so in OSI layer, I might as well get to it real fast here. So far, we've troubleshoot the problems at, there are 7 layers, right? At level 4 and above is where all these stuff running, listening, and all that stuff's happening, right? Now, if that's all good, right, and then you get to layer 3, you start pinging machines, pinging. So I'm digressing. So let's say you sit on machine B. Can I ping the box? Now, sometimes ping is not allowed to firewall, so that's not necessarily a problem, but you should figure that out, right? Can I telnet or run some kind of command like I think there's a command called ncat or something like that that you can use to so you run ping, right, to see if there's basic connectivity in layer 1, layer 2, even layer 3 a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You run ping today. Is the whole machine reachable from machine B to A? Okay, it's reachable. If it's not reachable, then you run something called traceroute, right? Traceroute is a way to, it's going to show you as long as the SNMP is allowed in the firewalls, so let's say there's three little boxes in the middle from B to A, right? Through traceroute, you can figure out which one of these boxes, routers, firewalls, whatever, load balancers, is actually blocking you, right? If that's all good, then you should be able to run some kind of command like NC from this box and actually troubleshoot layer 4, which is basically, let's pretend this is an HTTP service that's supposed to be running on 443 HTTPS, let's say, but 443, and the port is 443, right? That's where it's supposed to be reachable at. If everything else is working, it's running, it's listening on port 43, there's no problem at the lower OSI levels, like the ping works, traceroute works, firewalls are open, then you can actually run an NC command from this box to 443 on the IP address of this box to see if the layer 4 is blocked for some reason, right? Once you find out where it's broken, then you can get to the root cause of what's happening, right? But those are the main first steps in troubleshooting a problem like that. I hope this was useful, and I will see you in the next video.